time now for a look through today's newspapers, and I'm joined for that in the studio by Elitsa Gadeva. Elitsa, you're going back to one of our top stories, support for Ukraine. There's been lots of reaction to Donald Trump's new sanctions on Russia's top oil firms.
That's right, Alison. Of course, it's a front page story here on the New York Times that says that after months of restraint, Trump moved to blacklist Lukoil and Rosneft. And the paper says that this will hit Russia where it hurts. But in another article, it says that this may not shift the course of the war, even if Russia is facing deepening economic problems. An opinion piece in The Guardian echoes this belief. It says that the new sanctions will not stop Russia. Of course, it will increase the pressure, but after years of sanctions, Russia has adjusted to them. It reminds that the EU is preparing its 19th package of sanctions, but since China is backing Moscow, they are way less effective, and the opinion piece concludes that these sanctions will not end the war anytime soon, and what is needed instead is a more open negotiating position from the West, one that might be more favorable to Russia, Alison.
And the US president has long been reluctant to sanction Russia. Why do we think these sanctions came now?
That's right. That's actually the question that the Wall Street Journal here asks. It says why Trump reached a breaking point with Putin. The paper spoke to a person familiar with the matter, and apparently before taking the decision, Trump asked his top advisors if they agreed with him, and it's because it's his hardest move yet. Says the paper, adding that Trump's patience finally ran out after he understood that Putin was dragging him along, and after seeing again and again footage of Russia striking in Ukraine. And the Wall Street Journal says that the sanction packages were prepared in advance. He was proposed 3 packages, a first one, a more severe one, targeting Russian industry and Russian leaders directly, a middle option that targets the energy industry, and a lighter option. And Trump, of course, chose the middle option.
Any reaction, Elitsa, from the Russian papers?
Yeah, we have an article here in Russian independent paper, the Moscow Times. It quotes Putin, who said that the sanctions are serious, but not strong enough to significantly affect the economy. And Russia's foreign ministry said that actually the sanctions could hurt diplomatic efforts to end the war. And it said that the country has now developed a strong immunity to them.
All right, Elitsa, we're moving on to a very different story. An NBA head coach and a player were both arrested in a takedown of 2 massive gambling operations. This is in the U.S.
Yeah, that's right. It's a vast gambling scheme, reports here the Associated Press. And they were actually arrested on 2 different accounts. One is sports betting and the other one is mafia-backed poker schemes. And those arrested are the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers and a player for a Miami Heat team, along with 30 other people. So the coach was charged with scamming high-stakes card games, a scam involving other criminals, like, for example, people connected to the Cosa Nostra crime family. And the NBA player was accused in a separate scheme of using private information about players to win in NBA bets.
Okay, tell us more about that first case, that mafia-backed poker scam.
Yeah, this one is very interesting, actually. It's a multi-million-dollar scam, 7 million if we have to be precise. And basically they used a combination of high-tech methods and old-school gambling tricks, explains the New York Post here. And the indictment said that it took many years, and they used wireless technologies and a network of operators who monitored the games remotely.
So we're running out of time, so I want to make sure we get to our last story. Tell us about the finalists of Nikon's Wildlife Photography Awards that have just been announced.
Yeah, that's right, Alison. Well, among the pictures, there are quite a lot of birds. It seems like they're funny animals. This one is called, oh my God, he's at it again. Some more birds here. This one is called headlock. We have here this, it's either an intense gossiping session or they're resolving some couples issues there, these leopards. We have this really charming lizard hug. And I want to show you two of my favorite ones, okay? So this one, it's called Paint Me Like One of Your Forest Girls. Charming. And my favorite one, a great way to start the weekend with a big smile.
Yeah, a wonderful, wonderful smile from that bear. Who knew they had such lovely teeth? They look very clean.
So cute.
Must brush them regularly. Litsa, thank you so much for that look at those wonderful animals and through the